fan interactions all at your fingertips. Each platform offers a unique experience, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We're not just sharing stories, we're creating a community of passionate sports enthusiasts. Join us as we dive deep into the evolution of podcasting, where every episode is a chance to engage, debate, and celebrate the world of sports. This is where your voice matters and the game never stops. Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before, where sports passion meets podcasting brilliance. I'm Mike, the Bear fan, and alongside Bill, the Packer fan, and our buddy Ken Catalone, we're bringing you an incredible lineup of 38 diverse podcasters. Each one brings their unique flavor to the table, covering everything from game analysis to behind-the-scenes stories. Imagine diving deep into the minds of experts who live and breathe football, sharing insights that you won't find anywhere else.
What's up? What's up? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Red Zone Rant. I am going solo today. My partner, Ken, is dealing with a basement water issue. It's never good when you wake up and there's water in your basement. Anyway, Ken, I'm thinking about you, bud. Good luck. Good luck getting that out. And you don't got to worry. We already lost this week, so no need to stress about the show. Well, let's I do have a rant this morning. All you Packer fans out there who are complaining about the refs and about the quarterback taking a knee in the end there. I mean, come on. It only counts if you go down and you take a knee. While he was down, he wasn't touched. He handed the ball off. It was a clean handoff. I mean, stop it. Yeah, did the refs miss a bunch of calls? They sure did, man. But it happens every week, every game. We played a good game. We gave them a good game. It was honest, and the better team won. We just lost. We tried. We should have maybe woke up, in the first quarter instead of the second half. Anyway, let's see. That's my take on it. You just stop making us look bad about complaining. I mean, it looks terrible. When you complain about the refs, man, it makes you look weak. And I'm sorry, it's just not a good look for us. But anyway, that's my rant. I don't know if anybody else has got a rant. Looks like it's going to be a slow morning. Nobody's here yet. But anyway, let's talk about there's somebody. What's up, Mike?
Morning.
Morning. How are you?
Good. I mean, a lot of Bear fans could do some ranting for sure.
I'm sure you got a rant
streak. Barely losing the games, but hey, it is what it is,
Yeah. What's this villain? Yeah. 2 for life. Raphael. What's up, Raphael? Welcome to the show. Yeah. Well, what do you think your chances are against the Niners today, Mike? Let's talk about that. When is your game? What time's your game?
Oh, it's at 3:00. We got the afternoon game today.
That sucks, man.
But I mean, they got a few injuries. We can't really stop the run, but that's a good thing because they're on their third running back. You got McCaffrey out, and then his backup's out also, Mason. And then you got Bosa out on the defense. So I got to go look at the other injuries for the Niners. But I think we got a good chance. We've had a good chance the past 4 or 5 weeks. We just can't get that W.
Hey, Yoli, what's up? Yeah, no, you guys you're 6 in a row. You've at least 4 of the 6 you guys kind of probably won. You had a shot at it. So
definitely 6 in a row losses. But I mean, on a good note, Williams got 6 straight games without an interception, which is a franchise Bears record.
All right. I see the positive there. I mean, you want to look at the positive anyway. I mean, he's your future. I think you got a good future. He does show he can play.
Yeah, even though we're losing, he's definitely improving for sure. 100%. But the number stuck in my head is 276. 276 average passing yards, and you could tell you guys to shut the fuck up. We got a 4,000-yard passer.
Is that how many you need to average out? It's 276.
Yep, 276.
Yeah. What's your? Yeah, but I don't 4,000. I mean, I understand you want a 4,000-yard passer. You guys have never had one in your career or in your history, so I understand the need for that. But if he doesn't get it this year, he'll get it next year.
Yeah, I think he's going to fall up short. At the beginning of the year, I said it would be nice to get 4K, but I'd be happy with 3,700 as long as he's improving, which he is. You know, he's not making those big mistakes and making turnovers. And when he actually does run, he does the quarterback slide instead of try to do the extra yards. So, you know, less chances of him to get hurt.
You've seen improvement on him. I mean, he's had comeback games. He's had he's had some adversity, but I think next year you guys will have a new coach. You'll get a new system, and you'll get a better gauge of how he is with the full season under the same thing with no, like it has to be a lot of interference dealing with all this, having your head coach fired, having your OC fired, having one guy moved, interim head OC. Then it's never been done in the NFL before. So all of this is going to be affecting him.
Oh, true. Well, it's affecting the team because it's like a routine for us. Every 4 years we're getting a whole new system. Like we can't get a new system every 4 years and be competitive. You know what I mean? Like they got to kind of, even though I wasn't an Eberflus fan, I like what he did with the defense, but he was declining. And clock management and the mistakes that he did for a coach, that's just uncalled for.
Well, that whole one-score game where he was like 5 and what was that ridiculous number, like 19 or something? It was.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of bad stats on Eberflus, actually. There's 3 or 4 games where he had a .0006 chance of losing, and he lost every one of them.
Oh, my God. That's terrible. That's terrible.
It's one of the worst coaching records in Chicago Bears history, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, the one thing, if I was a Bear fan that stuck with me is he's never won an away game on Sunday. I mean, how the fuck are you a head coach and never? I mean, you play mostly on Sundays. How have you never won an away game on a Sunday? That's crazy.
That's just like pulling up the stat. We can't beat the Packers in the past over 5 years. It sucks, but I mean, things happen. But I'm hoping for a better coach for sure. I know there's been a lot of things going on, especially this year with like Chicago on. Do we fire Eberflus? Do we hold on to him? Do we let him go at the end of the year? And, we've never fired a head coach during the middle of the season ever in the franchise. Poles technically wanted to wait until the end of the year, but the McCaskey says you're doing it right now.
No.
Morning,
the
Jeremy.
report already came out. Poles wanted to fire Flus before the season started, and the McCaskey stopped him.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about this year. I was just talking about everything that was going on during the middle of this year.
I know, but
no, you're right.
But Poles didn't want Flus here at all. Poles all year wanted Flus gone, and the McCaskeys kept telling him no.
Yeah.
And this power struggle at the top, I'm telling you, is going to cost you the GM.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that last night. I mean, there's always that possibility, like your antics isn't wrong. You know what I mean? It could be right. I personally don't think it's Poles. Poles been doing good, and he's done a couple bad things. But I mean, overall, he's built the offense. But the only thing he needs to improve on is yesterday, Jeremy. The offensive line isn't very good. He was an offensive lineman when he played. You're supposed to address the offensive line, and they definitely didn't. They took other aspects of the game and went that way.
When I was at the draft and pick number 9 was Roma Dunze, I immediately on my show said, what the fuck is Poles doing?
Yeah.
You had the best offensive guards available at that point. The only thing that had been taken was tackles. You had 2 tackles because you took tackles in the previous 2 drafts.
Yep.
So, and it technically, if you want to talk about it, in the last 4 drafts, you drafted 3 tackles and just 1 sucked, so you moved them to guard.
Yeah, we've been shuffling.
I'm not wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
Because Kevin Jenkins is a way better guard than he ever was a tackle.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I got to give it to Jenkins. When he's in and healthy, he plays great. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
he's hurt half of his career, and that's killer for a team.
But the
More
great thing
Jay.
about Tevin Jenkins is with this lazy eye, he can see the defender and the quarterback at the same time. That's why he's good when he's healthy. He's able to see
Yeah.
both. He's like, okay, the quarterback's right here, the defender's right there. I got him.
No, I agree. We definitely need to beast up the offensive line. I said that last year. And the
Right
defensive
guard
line
and
isn't
center.
that good either. Like, all we have is Sweat. We need more than Sweat. Billings was all right, but then he got hurt. But we need
Imagine
more
if
than
he
Sweat.
would have taken Fashanu at number 9 and then took a center in the second round.
I said a center right off the bat, right off the beginning. Like, we've been lacking center for a few years now. We keep, like I said, we keep juggling offensive linemen. Your center goes to guard goes to tackle. Like, it's just a shuffling game. You know what I mean? We need to definitely address it so we don't have to do that. I know it happens sometimes, but we've been doing it for the past few years.
So
Yeah. Well, but
did
you
see
guys
they-
just haven't really like hit the line. You know what I'm saying? Like you've like just little
We addressed
pieces.
it in free. Yeah, we addressed it in free agency, but obviously those moves didn't work. Pryor isn't a terrible move, but that Davis was a terrible move for sure.
Oh. Yeah, because he can't stay on the field. So you always got to put the guy that
No.
you had on there that sucked in his place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Baroom might be on his way out as well because I mean he's a decent backup, but he's not a starter.
Hey Rob, you need to put the Santa cap back on with how often you're donating gifts to Jeremy's channel. Comment of the morning already. Easy money, Rob. There's always
good,
next
Jay.
year. There's always next year.
It's all good, Jay.
Ain't that right, Rob?
I'm way older than you, Jay, and I promise I've seen us destroy you guys many times.
I've seen Rob make more money off of Lions fans than he's paid out, so I'm good with it.
I mean, I'm $100. I'm not $100 to you, Jay. I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah. It's the first season you got the bet, and you did it in a year where we're good. So but I would talk a little shit too.
I'll be around. No worry. I'm not going nowhere.
Oh, he's going to get the Satan Claus hat.
Is that what he's doing? I got to get my Claus hat out. I haven't even got it out yet. Normally I wear it all year.
I came on here to say good morning, and it's great to be here with no dogs in the fight, and I just get to enjoy Red Zone all day.
Yeah, I get to. I'm actually gonna watch. I think the Vikings and Atlanta game's gonna be a good game. Battle of the Cousins leaving Minnesota, going to Atlanta. So I think Cousins gonna wanna play.
Is it the Cousins revenge game? I don't know. I don't think so.
I personally think so.
You think so? You think it's revenge?
I think so.
If Cousins was playing good at 1 o'clock, I would agree with you. But so far this year, 1 o'clock Kirk Cousins has looked like the old primetime Kirk Cousins.
He looks like crap.
True, but I'm sure he's got a little chip on his shoulder from his old team. You know, he's got something.
And
you
don't think his old team has a little chip because they're sitting here with a better record and looking better than they ever did with Kirk Cousins right now?
That's true.
As a team. I'm not talking about at quarterback because we all know
you're right.
Sam Darnold is not Kirk Cousins when he was with Minnesota. But what he is a good game manager. When the O-line protects him well, he does good. When anything goes wrong, he has a bad game, but they're still winning.
Yeah. You are right there.
Did I say anything wrong about what I just said about Minnesota?
I don't think so.
No, they're figuring it out. I mean, they're doing what they have to do.
We said because they had I said this preseason, Mike, with you, and when you guys first started the show when I joined the network, I said the reason why the Vikings will have a better record than the Bears on accident is the O-line.
No, you said that, and I was totally wrong on the Vikings. I didn't think Donald would come in there and, play the way he has. I thought they were going to be in the basement for sure. I thought we were a better team this year than last year, but we just can't seem to get the wins together, But I was definitely wrong. When I'm wrong, I admit it.
J.I.
Oh my Lanta.
No, I I gave him the nickname because of his voice. When you hear it in person, and it even sounds worse than it did on the recording, the way he said "Go Bears."
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I gave him the nickname right there of LGBTQB1, and next to me was a Chicago reporter, and I think it's hilarious that 6 months later I've seen it on almost every Chicago podcast other than Halisol.
What was that? I missed the beginning.
I think it's hilarious that that reporter was sitting next to me, and 6 months after the draft, when he was really struggling, just right at the start of this
Right.
losing streak, you guys
Morning,
had a
Ralph.
couple of wins and everything else. And all of a sudden, I start hearing all the guys that didn't want Caleb were using that nickname, LGBTQB1. And I thought it was hilarious. I was like, damn, I should have trademarked that thing right at the draft.
Yeah, they probably did think that. Rob's absolutely right. What's this? 30, 37, 440, and 5 touchdowns for Kirk today?
That's insane.
Bro.
If that happens,
when's the last time Kirk put numbers up like that?
I believe it was versus the Bears.
Maybe.
Because he hit 404 was the best game he had versus Detroit. And it wasn't 5 touchdowns, it was 3.
What's up,
I do
Bert?
remember it.
Uh-oh. There's Darcy. Let's go Bears.
Yeah, because, I think he's more afraid that if San Francisco wins and they get hot, they could still make the playoffs with how dog shit their conference is.
Maybe.
Think about it. Look at it. Nobody's separated by more than 2 games.
I mean, all those guys, all those over there, they could beat up on each other. I hope it does go around like that for a while, just stretch it out. I mean, what is there, 5 weeks left?
Yeah. That's including this week, right?
Yeah, well, this week
This week's half over.
Yeah.
It depends if you played or
J.I. Darcy, nobody's perfect, Seville. Wow. Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. When I make meatloaf, I use half mutton, half beef. I also wrap it in Applewood smoked stick bacon by Wright Brothers brand bacon.
Yeah,
and I make a basket of it around it. I posted a picture of it. Rob, you saw that, right? When I did that?
I don't know if I saw a picture of yours, but I seen someone. I hear that's the best way to do a meatloaf is wrap it in bacon.
Yep.
Everything's better with bacon.
Instead of ketchup, I use Sweet Baby Ray's hickory and brown sugar barbecue sauce in it.
Yeah, I make my own barbecue.
I'm the same way, Robert. I don't like that ketchup taste. You know what I mean?
I like
Rob.
What?
Rob Haskell's. I was laughing at that about Darcy.
Oh, Darcy has a bigger proxy from fandom and reach than I had told. Holy shit. He is a douche.
Wow.
He is a douche. Jeremy can sing. Rob can do lights and hand out money. What is Mike's special talent? Oh,
he helps promote this network and is one of the founders of it.
Mike's the guy that's behind. You don't even know, Jay.
He does all the videos.
Yeah, he does everybody's videos. He's the guy. He's the secret sauce behind the whole fucking network, bro.
Mike, I do got to get with you because I need a new one.
Yeah, hit me up on the side for sure.
Mike saved the show last night. Mike saved the show last night. Somebody sabotaged a bunch of shows and deleted a bunch of stuff off of a bunch of shows.
And I went and looked, and I was like, this is some bullshit because I know all of them had at least 8 backgrounds that they had.
Bro, we had a bunch that everything was just gone. There was nothing.
I'm saying,
nothing.
I'm glad I go live every day because I think that's why it is. These shows that go once a week is what happened. And I think somebody's in here sabotaging, and that's not cool.
Mike's the
No,
guy.
I agree. That's why I commented in the group post or whatnot. You know, I wish I could find out who did it. Actually, go back to see what.
Right, because it was not Ken and Ken, and it was not mine.
Yeah,
because
no,
we
it
go
was
live all the time.
Frozen Tundra got hit. Open Mike got hit. Sounds like the Valhalla show got hit.
Well,
man,
there's a couple people that sign in under me, but I know for sure they wouldn't do it. I think I might know who it is. I'm not going to blast it on, but
I'm
I
not
think
going
I
to blast
might
it
know
either,
who
but
it
I
is.
have an idea too, and I'll privately message you, Mike.
Okay. But yeah, we don't sabotage anybody's show or anything like that. We try to keep it lenient.
I want to say, oh wow, Jay.
Oh, there you go, Jay. Just throw it out there. Yeah, we know who it is. Allegedly. Got it. Allegedly.
Yeah, it's supposed to be allegedly blamed. Yeah, there you go. But no, I want to say congratulations to all the shows on this podcast this week. You want to know why?
Why?
We hit over 3,000 comments as of last night for the week. We've never had 3,000 comments for the week.
That's good.
And I'm not going to say what was different this week than the prior weeks. Oh, yeah, I will. Ken the Bear fan hasn't been on all week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's because
he was on Hallis Hall for a little bit, but no, I
that
know
was the lowest commented show of the week too.
yeah. No, we're picking up steam, man. It's every day it gets better and better, man.
I just wanted to throw that out there. It's a red zone rant. It's a rant.
Yeah, no, I mean, bro, look. Ken brings some stuff to the table, but some stuff, man, he brings stuffiness too. The hate is real, Jay. It is fucking very real. Darcy's the villain.
Oh yeah, no, Darcy, I don't think you have access to my restream. I don't use StreamYard for a reason.
Yeah, I don't think you have access to ours either.
He don't have access to ours, guaranteed.
That's what I thought. Unless somebody shared it with them, and if they did that, then I'm changing everything, and it'll become a very highly passworded thing. I've done it the way I did, where my Ken is on a
yeah, you asked
cruise.
him, right? Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
Right, because I don't touch anybody's folder. I refuse to. When I want to put something up, I go to my folder. I load it there for a reason, because I don't want anybody to accuse me of doing shit to their shows. And that's the way I am.
Right. I'm a little different, Jeremy. I'm in everybody's folder except yours because I pretty much created most of the folders.
Yeah. I know you did. I know, but that's different. You create all the intros.
But I also don't think, Mike, you're going to turn around and go sabotage everybody's show either. So
no, because it's a network.
No,
because I mean, literally, you had to you literally like scrambled last night to help me get the show so we'd even have a freaking background. Right. We didn't even have everything was black. It was just blank.
No, I treat others how they treat me. I only sabotage maybe one person, and that was Darcy, which I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, but Darcy sabotages himself.
Yeah. Well, Darcy seems to have a lot of
Mike the Bear.
I don't know. He does a lot of things to people negatively, and he wonder why his people don't like him.
Yeah. Just don't take shit personally. That's my only issue with Ken the Bear fan. He takes everything way too personally. Bro, not everyone's out to get you.
No, especially us. I mean, we get at each other, but don't take it personal.
I mean, we're getting at each other's ass, but it's just us, bro. It's just your colleagues, man. You know, if your colleagues can't give you shit, then who the fuck can? You know? What the fuck? We're only here trying to make life better for all of us. He's got a green screen, but
yeah, but he needs a green screen because it doesn't fade as much. Then yours looks nice and crisp. When you're using that virtual background, you don't have a green screen. It's easy to get faded in and out.
Well, sometimes it's all about the lighting too. You got to have good lighting.
Go on a vacation for a week and geez. Oh, we were just playing that. Maybe you were mad because everybody was trashing you when everything happened after the firing of Blues. That you went in and destroyed everybody's shows by erasing content.
Yeah.
We were doing it as a rant.
How's vacation, Ken? You're not supposed to be on the podcast. You're supposed to be on family time.
Wife must be resting again because that's the only time he comments.
Dun, dun, dun.
That or somebody said we called him out. It was a joke.
No, well, he's been real committed on the Hallis Hall.
Hey,
like
he
every time he's had a cruise or something, he's always jumped on for sure.
Yeah, he makes
cruise or not on the ocean states. Yeah, he don't miss much.
Like I said, I was just giving him shit because I can.
Yeah, who cares? It's just fucking Ken.
We are at the Tampa Aquarium waiting to go catch a plane. Very cool place. Yes, it is. The Tampa Aquarium is a very good aquarium. I know because I used to live in Tampa.
Yeah, he's permanently on vacation.
Or the Tampa area, I should say. That's a good one. Good point too there, Jay. Ken's a former military, so he's retired permanently on vacation.
Dun, 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 dun. Well, let's see. What's the spread on the 49er Bear game? Is it 3?
I think it's 3 or 4.
Really? In favor of the Bears? Favor
AB doesn't touch anybody's folders. I make sure I stay the hell out of them.
Well, you definitely had to personally go in there and delete it because it was only certain things that got deleted, and it was nothing of the network stuff. It was just solo to that.
Show. It was straight. It was straight attack on shows.
It was, and who knows? We could have got hacked. We don't know. I was just playing when I said it, anyways. I said you were salty because everybody gave you shit after Blues got fired.
Right. But with Restream, the only bad thing is I notice is it's very easy to delete something very fast. Like you click the X, it's gone. Like you don't have to hit anything else. You hit the X, it's gone. Like there's no bringing it back unless you have it.
Right. And then yeah, exactly my point. Unless you're the one that loads your show, you won't have it. I think we could settle on it being Darcy's fault. I love it. So I'm looking up the spreads right now. Getting into my BetMGM, and I'll do the spread for us. Because why not? All right, let's go to the NFL. What do you want to know? Which spreads do you want to know? You want to know all of them down the list?
Well, we could just go through the Bear. I was just going to talk about the divisional games. The Bears.
So
Bears and
the Falcons are getting 5.5 points today.
Wow. And it's in Atlanta? It's in Atlanta?
No, it's at Minnesota.
Wow.
The Bears are getting 3 points today. I don't know if I'd take that bet. 3 points means that they think San Francisco's going to win outright.
Yeah.
If it was 3.5 or more, I would take the Bears.
It's the rookie quarterback. He's the question mark.
Yeah, and the odds difference is plus 145 for the Bears on the money line and minus 175 on the 49ers. So they're confident they're winning.
I have two kinds, man. I got this one's wedding cake and the other one alien cookies.
Have a good time on Hollis Hall Report after this. We'll see you next time, brother.
Definitely. Have a good day, fellas.
You too, bud.
So let's go right from the top.
All right.
The Jaguars are only getting 3 points at Tennessee. And I think that's funny.
Wow, that is.
I think that's funny because the Titans just beat the Texans.
You didn't get the news. We're not in Tampa. We're on the San Fran. So.
You just said you were at the Tampa Aquarium.
Yeah.
So that's why I said what I said. But anyways.
Yeah.
The Jaguars are getting 3 points when the Titans are supposed to be that much better of the team. And the money line spread isn't as high as the Bears versus 49ers. It's plus 140 for the Jaguars and minus 165 for the Titans, which means they're calling that a flip 'em game.
Yeah.
The Jets are getting 6 points from Miami and are getting a plus 240 money line, and the Dolphins are minus 300 on the money line. The Saints are giving New York Giants 5.5 points in New York.
Why so much?
Because the Giants are complete ass.
I mean, they don't have Daniel Jones. Was he making that much of a difference?
The line for the Panthers game is moved to plus 14.
He's got till 3 o'clock. You got till 3. You'll make it.
Yeah, minus 300 on the money line, which is 30 to 1 odds that they'll lose.
Wow.
For Miami versus Jets. The Panthers, on the other hand, it's minus 1,000, which is 101 odds. 101 odds. So if you bet $100, you're only gonna make $1 on the Eagles if they win.
That sucks.
But if the Panthers win on the money line, which I doubt it does, it's 65 to 1 odds. So a dollar bet would make you $65.
Still, that's a long shot.
That's a risk worth taking, though. You put $1 on it, just $1. Who's going to miss $1?
Yeah, no, I get it. When you say it like that, I say to myself, who's going to miss 50? I mean, that's how you get into trouble.
But that's a straight up bet. That's no point spread. But if you're going to do it, I would take the Panthers in the point spread because I think they're covering 14 points. I just do. They're playing.
Yeah, I think they cover 14. I do too. They're playing good enough too. I mean,
Browns are getting 6.5 at Pittsburgh. Yeah, I don't think they want the Browns to win.
Stop it.
The Raiders are getting 6.5 at the Buccaneers. And they're playing a little better, but it's on the road and traveling east where they haven't done good all year, except versus Baltimore. Just saying. That's the only road game they've won this year.
Yeah.
Seahawks are at Cardinals, and it's a pick'em game. Literally. Plus 3 points for the Seahawks, which means they're getting points. They think the Cardinals are a better team at home, and they're right. Go look at their home record. They've had a very good home record.
The Keeler Elf.
It's a plus 130 for the Seahawks and a minus 155. That's the closest odds in a plus 3 matchup we've had yet. That's a pick'em game. The Bills are minus 3.5 at the Rams.
I haven't played Madden in years, bro.
The Chargers are getting 4 points at the Chiefs. The Chiefs haven't beat anybody other than one team by over a touchdown. I'd take the Chargers.
Yeah.
And the Bengals are giving the Cowboys at home 5.5 points. That's how bad they think the Cowboys are.
Cowboys are just so up and down. Is CeeDee Lamb healthy? Because I know he was questionable.
He's still questionable. It's a game.
Oh, is he? He's still questionable.
And that's a Monday night, so you won't hear anything till tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it was a Monday night game. I had to done. I put him on the bench because it's too close.
Right. You have to. Yeah. When you have this many slots of games and you have one decent second-tier wide receiver, you have to make that decision now. Because if you hold out thinking he's going to play and he doesn't, it screws your whole week. We've already had it happen how many times with Monday Night Football games where that happened to somebody?
Yeah.
A couple of times it was even quarterbacks, and that literally cost them their entire week because your quarterback is usually your biggest point getter 9 times out of 10. That or a receiving running back in a PPR league. I think Rico Dowdle could be good, but they're struggling with O-line play. He's a little on the tiny side. He's eventually going to get hurt in the NFL, but you see flashes where he looks good, and then you see these ones where it's like, why did he run right to the guy in the hole?
I just think he's too small. I don't think he could go. I don't think he could take a grind of a full season.
So far he has. That's the crazy thing at that.
But he didn't start in the beginning. They were switching between Cook and fucking Zeke. In the first couple of weeks.
Cook didn't play till week 8. It was Zeke, Dowdell, and Vaughn.
Yeah, there was another guy. Yeah, no, there was another
Deuce
fucking
Vaughn.
scrub
Deuce
too.
Vaughn,
Yeah.
another small guy.
They got like no big backs. I don't, nothing.
Like I said, when I called it this preseason, you asked me about the Dallas running back room. I said, what? They got 2 AARP members and 2 micro machines.
Yeah, that's all they got, bro. They got nothing.
But one of the micro machines is actually better than we thought he'd be, and I'm going to say it's Rico Dowdell.
Yeah, I mean, he's had 1 or 2 good weeks. That's it. Most of his weeks are like, he's uneventful.
Yep, he's been in the rotation the entire time.
Yeah.
The one that's been in and out of the rotation is Deuce Vaughn and Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook, yeah. Which I was shocked when they signed him. Well, you guys don't need this guy.
I was shocked when they slept through when Derrick Henry announced when he hit free agency, hey, I'd love to play for Dallas.
He built a home here in Dallas.
I know.
The Cowboy fans were like, oh, my God, I thought we were going to get him.
And they were. But like I said, Jerry took the wrong blue pill. He thought it was medication to make him stand up for a couple cheerleaders that were getting ready to get on the squad. And oops, he took the sleeping pill.
Yeah.
Heavily.
I don't know, man. Jerry's made some wild out decisions in his time there, for sure. Sitting on that yacht too much, maybe. Did you freeze or is it me? Oh no, you were.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
Fuck I was Jerry. Frozen.
Yeah, fuck Jerry Reed too.
Who's going to take over his son, Steven?
Yeah, and I think that's a mistake because he's been the one that's been leading the national scouting in the department. Yeah. I just don't think he's that good either. And he's also the contracts guy.
Yeah.
Either you have a second.
Sorry, bro. That just doesn't happen, man. I only bleed for one team, and that's it. You're never going to hear me ask or say anything about another team.
I'm not going to lie. I've always adopted one AFC team, and it's been the same one the entire time. And it wasn't the Browns, but it's one that has had a similar history, but has been to the Super Bowl. That was the Chargers. If the Lions weren't in the playoffs, then I became a Chargers fan in the playoffs. That's what I would do. I'm not going to lie. Because we've been there so few times over my entire lifetime. I've been that way since I was a little kid. Because it also, remember they had the powder blue Charger uniforms back in the day, and it was the closest to the Lions colors.
Hey, I'm here to rant.
Let's hear it.
What's your
rant? How's it going? Good morning, man.
Good morning. And see what games we got going on today. People think the Chargers are going to beat the Chiefs.
You think so?
It's a possibility.
I think they at least cover. They're getting 4 points, and Chiefs don't beat teams by more than 7.
Chargers are a tough team, man. People doubted their moves. You know what I mean? They kicked out basically their whole wide receiver room. Revamped it with draft picks, and got big Joe Alt. For shored up their O-line. Their defense is monstrous. You know what I mean? Harbaugh is a good coach. So
now
got things going for him.
Let's rewind something here because this is going to make Woody happy. What if we rewound and Foles didn't go stupid and took that deal from Washington, and they end up with the 1st, 2nd, and 9th pick? They could have took Joe Alt,
What about you want
and Caleb and Rome in the same draft.
Could have got them all.
It still would have fucked it up.
Still would have
Right. You want to know why? Because they'd have went Marvin Harrison Jr. and Rome Odunze still, and Poles wouldn't have drafted a first-round offensive lineman.
Right.
Poles don't want to fix the O-line.
Remember they got the famous Nate Davis that they paid a bunch of money and just cut him.
Yeah.
And then Bates.
And you got the backup center for the Rams as their center. You know what I mean? Wow, great moves. Poles is cooking.
He's cooking all right.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm allergic to such stupidity anymore since we got a good
Woody wouldn't have taken Caleb. He would have taken Daniels. Woody would have taken Daniels.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you'd have been, whoa, it's Isaac. Hey, you got a fan from the Lions side.
What's up, Jay? Nah, I got my kid that's running around, so I make sure, you know what I mean, he stays safe. That's why I'm always walking and talking.
Hey. I appreciate that. That's a good dad.
Yeah.
Constantly. The little guy's he's gonna come out of Packer Backer Sportscaster podcaster right off the bat. He's gonna know everything.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna have a leaky basement like Ken.
That's right, leaky basement, motherfucker.
Oh, Pickens is out. Okay, I gotta switch up my.
Is
fantasy.
he out? No, is he out?
Yeah, I gotta switch up my fantasy real quick.
Well, after the show, I got time. We got an hour. I got time.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have Pickens.
Hey, it's the what's the 90-minute? Does anybody get the update on the 90-minute inactives? Anybody got it?
He just gave one.
Yeah.
90 minutes. The Bears' offensive line wouldn't allow any quarterback to be successful long term. Yeah, no, I mean not right now, but I mean, honestly, I don't think the Bears should have stopped. Look, back in the day, they didn't. I don't care where you got picked. You didn't start right away. You had to ride the pine and learn. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And teams have gone away from that. That's why you lose your really good quarterbacks that are possibly good futures. You destroy them because they get their ass beat when that first year.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the Bears have been doing for years. Can't develop. Oh, he is leaky. All right. Yeah. No, big time, man. So, hey, Woody, what do you think about this since you're here? Last night, Jeremy brought it up, and he brought it up again today that the writing's on the wall. Maybe Poles is out. What do you think about that? Starting over with the new GM. Because
they're considering firing Poles.
Yeah, that's what Jeremy says.
Oh,
think about it. Because Poles didn't want Flus to start the season, and the McCaskey said, no, you're going to keep him. Mm-hmm. They fired Flus. It wasn't Poles that fired Flus. That report already came out. The McCaskies finally fired Flus. Yeah. But at the same time, they made the announcement that the president of football operations, and that's not Brian Poles, is doing the head coaching search.
Yeah. Which, that's weird to me. Why are they not letting the GM make the call?
Yeah, exactly. Why aren't they letting the football mind make football decisions?
Oh no, I wouldn't fire Poles yet. I mean, he did make some good moves, but it's just the team's not playing the way it's expected to play. Like
I'm telling you, I bet you if they're out of the playoffs, and we know they are, because there's no way they're winning every game.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be.
They're a second half team that hasn't figured out the finish, and they have the first interim coordinator promoted to interim head coach.
You know what I'll do if I were the Bears? I would go after every single free agent lineman. Use up all my draft capital on linemen. Just build that shit up. You got the defense. You got the offense.
Okay,
you have no O-line.
Woody, you say you don't trust Poles to pick our next coach. He's not. What I'm saying is the same guy that's been picking your head coach is the one that's been picking it the other time. It's your president of football operations. And that's a mistake. That's a mistake.
I don't think Poles has ever picked a coach.
Nope.
Doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like he's picked a coach ever. I mean, who you blaming this on, Woody? I mean, come on, you've been there. I mean, how long has the president of the operations, Warren, been there? How long's that guy been there?
Warren's been there since Lovie Smith.
Holy mother of God. This guy's the one who you should probably be firing. How come he can't find a real GM? What the fuck?
So, Woody, you might want to like mute this part of your phone. Harbaugh said he had a chance. He wanted the Bears job, and then there was some other job that was open that he was looking at before the Chargers. Which one was that one?
And Warren told him no, is what I'm saying, because Warren was the one taking the calls, and he says, "Hey, I want to come in for the Bears because you've got the number 1 pick, you got this, you got that," and he said, "No, I don't want you."
For whatever reason, Harbaugh's a pretty fucking good coach, man. Him and his brother both are pretty good coaches.
Right.
Harbaugh wanted to take the Bears job, but then the Chargers job came up because he got the no.
I always wondered about that.
You could have had Harbaugh, Bears.
Blaine Woody, I like it. Here's the real question: if the Bears get rid of Poles, do they do a fire sale?
I don't think they can afford to.
I don't think they can, and I don't think they want to. I mean, honestly, who are they on the hook for? Other than and they're not even on the hook for.
They gave Jalen Johnson a big contract. I think the only ones they could get rid of. I would have loved to have my boy Harbaugh. I know, Woody. I'm telling you, your president of football operations told him to kick rocks. That's why he's
crazy,
a Chargers
Woody.
coach.
That's crazy.
Woody broke
the guy who's picking your next head coach. This is the guy that's going to pick your next head coach, man.
This guy told Poles, "I don't want you to pick a head coach this offseason."
I always wonder why they wouldn't take Harbaugh.
And you have to keep Flus. And you hated Flus coming into the season, so you want that guy picking your head coach.
I mean, Harbaugh played for you guys. Why wouldn't he want to coach there? Why wouldn't he want to come into Chicago as an ex-player and lead you guys to the promised land? I mean, I thought that was a great storyline.
Now go back to when they hired KOC in Minnesota, who is being very successful there. Let's not lie. He's doing a very good job. Mm-hmm. They turned down Harbaugh, not Harbaugh turned down Minnesota.
Wow.
Think about that one.
Now they're watching the Chargers make the playoffs, have this really good team filled with a bunch of young talent.
Nowhere, bro. Out of nowhere, too.
Yeah.
Welcome Trestman back. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Wow.
You guys could end up with Trestman or Nagy again.
I'm telling you guys, just like Detroit made amends with Megatron and lifted the Bobby Lane curse, you know what I mean? You guys need to make good with Lovie Smith.
Is that why the Lions are successful? Because they lifted the curse
on the Bears will go away.
No, you know why they lifted the thing with Calvin? Because Calvin literally had to be told by the NFLPA, hey, they can't just give you your bonus back. It sets them back in dead cap. So if you want your money back, you have to go and do something for the team and earn it as a salary. That's the only way you get your money back. If he had to be told that,
I'm sure the Lions compensated. I'm sure the Lions compensated them in other ways. You know what I mean? Merchandise and all that type of shit. You know what I mean?
You didn't hear what we did. Not only is he the one that talks to all the rookies every year when they come here with Barry Sanders and Chris Spielman, who are permanent parts of our front office now. Mm-hmm. He also got a contract for his CBD THC-free medicine he uses, which is called Primitive Performance. He has a contract with the Boards and the Lions.
Nice. There we go.
So that'll
make more than his million.
That's going to make more than his $3.5 million he lost for not honoring the last year of his contract.
Yeah, he's good now. That's what I'm saying, though. That's what the Bears need to do. Make good with Lovie Smith the same way the Lions made good with
any
Megatron.
one of these three that the Bears could make right with, and it would right their ship for a coach. Mm-hmm. Number 1, Lovie Smith. Number 2, Ron Rivera. Number 3, Mike Singletary. Because Mike Singletary, you look what he built there. That was Harbaugh's only successful year in San Francisco was with the defense that Mike Singletary built.
And I don't care like what Ken Dobby says. Oh, the offense was stagnant. Well, under Lovie Smith, whatever. You were 10-6 in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's all you got. That's all you got to remember from that Lovie Smith.
Era. And a double doink took you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double doink.
Yeah, I drink coffee
and the doink
all
Mary.
day, bro. All morning.
Mother's milk. It was finally in stock again.
What is it? Mother's milk?
Rob is drinking Colt 45.
Colt 45.
Colt 45 and Tuesday.
No, I drink my coffee. I drink a pot of coffee in the morning, man. I do. I drink a pot of coffee.
Vodka coffee. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, but I will say, because he's not here, I gotta say it. It would be great when we hear this music and we get to see the truffle shuffler known as Ken Catalone.
Hey, you should have made him do it in his water basement.
No, I actually gave him some advice on how to fix that. If you don't want to pay a company to do it, because if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. You got to excavate first, seal it from the outside, then seal it from the inside, because that's all those guys do for the sealing.
All he has to do is chop off his skinny beard and just plug it in to that area.
If he just cut his beard off right here and just left it where it was trimmed.
Yeah.
Oh, you already sent me a picture? No, I haven't looked yet. I'll look in a minute because I basically woke up about 20 minutes before the show and been drinking coffee and sweetening it with the tears.
He says he's not making no more bets with nobody. He's fucking all the big bets he wanted to win, he's lost. We have not beat our divisional foes, man. That's the problem.
J.I., it's not that bad. That's all I got to say because I did it with my wife.
Man.
That's stealing from your kid. Don't take your kids.
No. Actually, believe it or not, because of how they have to nurse the children, and a lot of women favor one. The milk on the other side becomes engorged.
Look, I'll be impressed if she can hit my coffee from across the room.
Hey, you want her to get that engorged where she just goes.
Hey, who's the Suckings play today?
The Suckings, they play the we were just talking about the Falcons. Yeah, Kirk Cousins.
Oh yeah, the Cousins.
Kirk Cousins revenge game. Everybody's calling for Kirk
Cousins coming home.
Yeah.
If it was a primetime game, I'd give the fail Kansas shot.
Hey, Cousins is like, hey man, I need the rest of that $84 million.
Coming back to collect.
All right.
Oh, shit, man. If he comes in and beats them, man, is that worse than Darnold? I mean, just sucking, or
Darnold hasn't been looking too good, and they've found a way to clamp Jefferson.
They still got 10 wins.
Yeah, they've been looking. Jefferson's been having bad game after bad game. I have him on fantasy. He ain't giving me shit.
I get it. Jefferson isn't doing a whole lot.
Because teams are bracketing him.
Yeah, he's getting heavily bracketed. So wherever
they're running a guy in zone underneath and a safety in zone over top, and just having him shadow him. That's all they're doing. And you know what? It's exactly what the Lions did last year that held him to so few yards in that first game. Even though they won the game, it wasn't because of Jefferson.
I hope Jair's back when we play Minnesota. You know what I mean? That's Jefferson's kryptonite.
I hate the fact you guys have to depend on Jair at all because
I know it's
because every time you have to depend on him, the next game he's out. That's what I've seen. You bring him in for that one game, he has that great game, and then boom, he falls down again, and he comes out injured in the practice report.
We might Aaron Jones him. You know what I mean? Like if you ain't playing games, and we're shipping you off. You know what I mean? And going younger.
Yeah, I bet you thought that too when he dropped that 60-yard bomb to Watson, man. Bet you thought that too.
Man.
That was like one of the highlights of the game, man, when he dropped that bomb to him.
Think of Watson, dude. Watson can you mean, like, have you go crazy at one moment of making a huge catch and then dragging through the mud.
He fumbled that
play.
first one. Fumbled the first one, man.
Yeah.
Gave him the ball.
Dude, he's MVS 2.0 sometimes. You know what I mean?
Sometimes, bro. Sometimes. But
then sometimes he makes a miraculous catch and makes a, he's our deep guy. You know what I mean? He's the guy that's going to fly out there. And Jordan Love loves throwing bombs, so he's that guy that he's going to be
so far he's one of three of the hitting the deep ball in stride. He's dropped 2 and caught 1. His very first pass from Rodgers should have been a touchdown.
Man, I know against the Vikings.
You hit him in the hands, bro. He should have been a touchdown.
Dude, he was 2 strides ahead too. There was nobody catching him. Bro, he caught that. I was like, dude. It was like,
I've seen him hit it in the hands twice in stride. Once from Love, once from Rodgers, and now and then I seen him catch it he did it against the Lions. He caught it in stride on that.
And then he actually caught 2, but fumbled 1.
Yeah, no, so I said he dropped the first one and he fumbled the first one, but the second one, man, it was a thing of beauty. We talk about it all the time in the back chat. I go, when that play goes off, it's a thing of beauty. You can't stop it.
And who was that he beat in coverage? CD3. What did I say about CD3 for the Lions? He's a better version because he can actually get interceptions, but yardage-wise and touchdowns again, he's Cam Sutton 2.0.
And I'll give Wicks some props. He didn't drop none this week. He usually drops a bunch, and Wicks had a couple clutch catches.
He was doing what we were doing with everybody. He was running
who the
that
fuck is Patrick? I hate that name. I don't even like that guy's name now, man.
Tim Patrick? He's that guy we picked up that was injured.
He was on the Denver Broncos.
He got cut by the Broncos, and we picked him up. And I said, "Watch, he's going to become." Yeah, he's 6'4", 220.
Guy's name was getting called every time he was wide open in the middle.
He's been in the league for a while.
I understand, but I'm just saying, I didn't know you guys. I mean, I never even heard his name called until our game.
He's been close to the end zone like the last 6 games and just hasn't got in because there was always a safety there to stop him in the red zone, and Monty would get the touches then. But we've been saying for like the last 6 weeks he's gonna have that breakout game and get in the end zone. I didn't think it would be twice. But I'm glad it was because that dollar turned into 200 betting on him to get a touchdown.
Well, there's 2 reasons why he was so basically open a lot of the game. Number one, we were just bracketing, St. Brown. We're bracketing Laporta, making sure those guys don't go off. And then, of course, you leave an extra man open, doing that. And number 2, Eric Stokes has just had a terrible game. That guy, I couldn't believe in that game. Yeah. He had solid other games, but this game he just couldn't cover anybody.
Lots of clips of him just right there trailing the guy.
Yeah, and you got Tim Patrick,
and he's your burner at corner.
Yeah.
Jameson Williams made him eat his lunch. Tim Patrick made him eat his lunch.
It's allegedly our burner.
And Tim Patrick is never.
He is your fastest guy in the backfield, is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be your one that covers everybody. This is what we heard as Lions fans for 3 years. Stokes is going to cover everybody you got. Everybody we have has made catches on him every year.
That's just like the whole Kevin King thing. You know how many people like Kevin King? I'm like, do you know why Kevin King gets so thrown to so many times? Because he's perceived as our weakest link. That's why they throw the ball there to him, because he's perceived as the weakest one.
And he's the perfect guy for your roster when you go to zone, because Penn State runs the zone defense. Yeah. He's a zone corner, and he's still learning how to play press man.
His rookie year, Stokes actually did pretty well. He had a 39. He had a 39 pass grade against him. And he was really doing really well.
Oh, I'm not dogging his rookie year.
Yeah.
His rookie year, he looked every bit of worth that pick.
I know. I'm building up what I'm gonna say though, JB. I'm gonna build up like what I'm saying. Then he got a big catastrophic injury that basically screwed him over. For years. I think his injury is still lingering because I haven't seen the speed that I've seen his rookie year. The one he came into college with. and he was probably on a RAS score. You know what I mean? A lot of people when they go to college, draft college players, they look at their RAS score. Stokes had the highest out of all
the
everybody.
corners.
Yeah.
All right,
are we going over the limit? We got to go, right?
That's what I'm about to say. I got to cut it, man.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for coming, everybody. Thank you again for
stay
commenting.
here and talk about it, though.
Go back. Go.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
We'll
stay on there.
Yeah.